I hardly need to say good morning. You only have to look at the screen and listen. It's a beautiful morning. We've had some rain overnight, but I've been up in the stone circle about 10 minutes ago, because before I get dressed in the morning, I'm emptying the ashes from the stove and tidying up the kitchen and then lighting the stove to boil the kettle. So there's a little bit of a ritual goes on here. And in the course of doing all that, of course, I'm in and out of the door and into the gardens quite a lot. But I was thinking as I was just doing all my morning tasks, my morning chores, my little bit of housekeeping, I was thinking about energy. And I have my daughter and my son-in-law coming down today with my darling little granddaughter Daisy. And Daisy's always very shy with me for the first, 5 or 10 minutes. And I often wonder about that. She sees me fairly regularly, but obviously not enough to have that comfort zone with me. But I was thinking about energy and just realising, of course, as well, that it's probably partly to do with myself, in that my energy is very strong. It's a very powerful energy, and it can sometimes overwhelm people and oftentimes intimidate them as well. And I hardly even have to speak or say anything, but people either get very overly chatty with me, they're a little bit nervous, or they sort of stand back as though they can't see the full picture, and they have to bring the whole of my being into their sight. And of course physically I'm a very normal person. I'm not overly large or overly small. I'm fairly average now. And but it just got me thinking about that. It got me thinking about the energy, and I think coming up into the stone circle as well brought those thoughts to the fore. Because I did a little bit of housekeeping here in the stone circle last night, I say last night because it was literally getting towards twilight when I was finishing my little bit of mowing. And part of that mowing brought me into the circle, and I mowed the path in and out. And then this morning, as I was emptying ash and doing my little morning chores, then I was just pulling grass up from around the front of the stones. So overall, I was working away diligently, but very aware of the energy. And of course the energy here in the stone circle is quite powerful. And anyone who's visited will pay testament to that. But yes, the energies that we carry and the energies that we grow, I think grow is the right word. We do grow energy. And I think that when we first encounter someone, I think that's what we are seeing or feeling or hearing or just encountering. I think we encounter people on so many different levels that we're just not aware of. So, that was just my thoughts this morning. Well, I have a nice cup of coffee. Yes, I said coffee. Naughty girl that I am, having coffee in the morning. But I just felt this morning I needed it. My nose is a little bit bunged up, but that's only because it's still morning and I haven't had my shower yet, and I haven't had, as they say, carried out my ablutions which is just, you know, to have the shower and wash the hair and, you know, to blow the nose, etc. But the energy of Bealtaine is something that I actually need to have. I need to tune into. I think this is my enormous sort of battery here. This is what I need to plug myself into. And then start to be aware of my own energy. I think that's something that perhaps I've overlooked. I've overlooked that. I overlook a lot of stuff, actually. My mind is thinking on so many different levels all the time that it's quite normal for me to overlook the most obvious of things. I just consider the obvious things just to be there, you know, that they're not going anywhere. And why should I pay any heed to them? So there we go, a little bit of philosophical thinking at the very beginning of the day. Now, what I wanted to say was that I made a whole series of little short sort of cameo videos on my way up from Clifton yesterday. Well, there's a beautiful sight. Look at that. Look at the lovely sedums just through that natural archway. How beautiful. So, we've got a little bit of water on the screen. And I'm just about to finish up. So, I made a whole series of little videos on my journeys, on my journey yesterday. So I'm going to be posting them up. So they're not exactly within the timeline of the regular videos. You know, you're going to be going back to yesterday as opposed to being totally immersed in today. So, anyway, I shall set about doing that. Look at this, I've been putting up twigs as I've gone along. Blessings to you all.